And isn't that game 7 for that series? I thought that's what I saw. So yeah, they want to do away with the concierges. They've already done away with the bellhops and the door people and the valets at a lot of the MGM casinos. They're saying that they're going to keep them at Cosmo and one other, but you know that's going to go bye-bye too. But traffic seems kind of light, at least vehicular traffic. Oh, it's not out yet. Okay, yeah, so they're probably waiting on Dallas and Colorado then. That's always the hard part in between the rounds. If someone gets done early, you have that long break between their series picking back up versus another series that may go the full 7. So we pass Park MGM over here, where parts of Dodgeball were filmed, the Hard Rock Cafe, the big guitar there on the right. I know, you know, Tobin, they're doing so much in the way of cost cutting. And they're increasing prices. So okay, so like Steven has said, right? He has said that, you know, what the casinos are doing essentially is when their revenue drops, which it did down here on the Strip, especially in, was it April or March? I think because the numbers that just came out, I thought they were for March. But they're doing exactly what corporate America does. They are doing exactly what Cox Cable does, the cable company here in town. Because they have fewer customers, they're jacking the rates up on all of those that still remain tied to cable TV. So we pass Harmon Avenue here. So you have people here in town. I've heard people paying $350, $400 a month for cable TV and internet. That's insane. I could not imagine. Audio, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Right on. My pleasure. Thank you for being part of the channel. Yes. Oh, taxi. Oh, you guys. You guys. Oh, there's a big giant panda there on the right, on the sidewalk. You see that? There's a big giant panda. Oh, and they've got some other characters over there too. Metro is parked right there on at that same spot, this intersection right here. But there is the Bellagio. Try and get more of it without the stuff in the way there. What time is it? It's just after 6, so I guess the fountains just ended? Or no, it's 6:01, so the fountain should be going. Huh. I hear music, but I don't see anything. There's one of the 360-degree karaoke machines they have that a lot of folks have down here. I don't think those guys do very well. There's so many of those guys. And then you've got Beer Park over here on the right, and they're supposed to be opening up that, what is it called? Blonde something? Down here? That's supposed to be a 4-story bar. If you make it up to the fourth story and you've been drinking, you're never going to make it back downstairs. Now, we have heard from I've heard from viewers and from other streamers, like at Old Red, the prices on the first floor tend to be higher than the prices on the second and third floor. So I guess they figure that folks won't bother going through the trouble of getting upstairs there. Amanda, welcome. Thank you for being here. Getting down is easy. Yes. Absolutely. Getting down is easy. Caesar Palace over here on the left. Where Stu and Phil and Alan are all hanging out on the roof, doing their thing. Absolutely, Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. I'm glad you could make it. I know you've been busy. And guys, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. And also check out Cinnamon and Jupiter, my wife's brand new channel, and Vids from Mike, VIDSFROMMIKE. It does look like it's gonna. It's been raining off and on, like intermittently. I caught a little bit of it earlier. I was around Desert Inn and like Valley View, and it started to come down a little bit, but it never started pouring. Summerlin looked like it was raining out there for a good while earlier. There is the Mirage and the rapidly ascending guitar-shaped hotel going up right there, as well as Treasure Island right up here ahead. Casino Royale there on the right. And Venetian, of course. And that is a curtain, by the way. That big curtain up there on the side of, hanging down the side of Venetian. You see it right there? That is a curtain. They've used it to camouflage. They don't want to ruin that aesthetic. Hey, Poe, welcome. You know, it looked a little busy down towards the south end of the strip, but up here towards the north end, yeah, I mean, it's there's a few folks out. And it's a big weekend. I mean, Cinco de Mayo. They're doing a 3-day thing down on Fremont. It has been up. Oh, I didn't know that. Thanks, Mike. I didn't know that. Yeah, it's those cranes have been there. I think it seems like forever too. And they've got the all the different statues and stuff all around. Michael, can you tell us what your next video adventure will be? Your next off-road 4-wheel journey? Give us an idea of what to expect on Vids from Mike. Shin Lim being advertised there at Palazzo. Always a very, very cool place to hang out there. And of course the gondola's there. My wife, Cinnamon and Jupiter, she did the gondola ride there. Smashed up the good people. Thank you, Poe. Thank you so much. Yeah, the crowds right here on the sidewalk in front of Palazzo don't look so heavy. And the ones over there in front of TI, same story, it looks like. Nothing until it stops. I know, yeah, the mud. Yeah, that's true. That stuff gets so hard. It's so hard to get off the car, too. Or the vehicle. So hard to get off the vehicle there. I had some friends in Florida. When growing up, they like to go out in the mud, go mudding out in the Everglades. And I'm like, you guys, you realize you have to wash this off at some point. A lot of times they would just leave it on. It was like a badge of honor for them, I think. So look at these trees. Oh goodness, of course I got the billboard truck in the way. But the trees are going nuts back there. And it's been windy since about 12 noon. Really windy. The winds have been out of the southwest. They said 20 to 25. It's supposed to switch after midnight to out of the north from 10 to 15. And then they said it was supposed to rain tomorrow and on Monday. So we'll see if that happens. But it's actually supposed to cool down again. Here we are in the first weekend in May. It seems like every weekend it's been cooling. It's been cooling down. Yesterday was really, really hot. I was outside for a little bit yesterday afternoon and it was really hot. Tried to go out there with my son and it was, he got flushed very easily out there. It was really, really warm. No, Mario. We're just a small group. The live chats, I'm hoping to grow the live chats. So a lot of the folks that have been with me for a long time and that I know well and trust. They're our mods here. I haven't been live streaming that long, but yes, welcome. Thank you for being here. There is Resorts World right there. Their $10.5 million fine that they have to pay, and they're laying people off because of that. Yes, Joseph, exactly. 110. Oh my God. The thing about this year is last year in April it was already up to 100 and change. It was really hot last April. So this April I'll take it. It's one month closer to the winter now. It was really brutally hot, like 7 months last year. It was really bad. So come up here to Convention Center Drive, 4.6 million square feet of convention center space right there. And the world's second largest LED screen right there. From this vantage point, it's hard to believe that is larger than the canopy down there, the LED canopy above Fremont Street that stretches 4 blocks. But sure enough, it is. Second largest LED screen in the world. Looks like a Lambo over there on the other side, the lime green one in the left turn lane over there. We saw one, a blue one last night. We were watching someone's stream last night. I forget whose it was, and they were down on Fremont after midnight, and this guy in a Lambo has the top off, and he has something that tends to attract police attention sitting on the front seat next to him. So they're sitting in the median as they often do down there. Vegas Darcy, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for being here. I got the chance to meet Vegas Darcy once. All right, Mario, thank you so much for being here, buddy. I appreciate you being and checking in. Yeah, so he stopped right in front of them. They're right there in the median there. And he stopped right in front of them, and they looked down into his car because, I mean, he had the top off of it. Look at that. He was going to turn sideways there. And yeah, they pulled him out of the car, and we ended up turning it off because it just took forever for them to figure out. But he wasn't in cuffs or anything, so I don't know whatever happened to him. And there's a little Can-Am 3-wheeler there. Yeah, Michael, I agree. I wouldn't want to be out there trying to deal with that, with the rain and all that, and then the soft sand and the mud and no. Resorts World Drive here, Fontainebleau on our right. And guys, again, if you're new to